Hey, good morning, everyone. Back again. Today we are talking about subtracting integers. So this is more or less a follow-up to our adding integers lesson. I would highly suggest to go back and watch that video if you haven't done so already, because today you'll see that there is a lot of correlation between adding and subtracting integers. There's actually only one extra step when it comes to subtracting integers. So as I stated out in the adding integers video, in most cases, we're not actually adding. We stated before that this is kind of a game changer when it comes to math now and dealing with integers. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope it's helpful. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button below. That'll help me out a lot. And also, as always, feel free to comment on anything that you would like me to discuss. Okay, so first we're going to start off looking at our integer song poster again that I had made. Remember, it's sung to Row Row Your Boat. In our adding integers video, we looked at the first verse here that helped us out, and we stated that in most cases, or not every case, will we actually add. If the signs are different, we're actually going to subtract. All right, so today we're going to start looking at our bottom verse, which says if, we're always going to have subtraction here when dealing with this. All right, so it says change the minus to a plus, and when they say minus, they mean the sign right here, because this is not a minus, this is actually a negative. So this becomes a plus. Change the sign in next. Well, this is a positive 2, because if it was a negative 2, it would be in parentheses with the negative sign. So this is now a negative 2. And then all you do is add them up as if they were a plus, meaning that we're just going to go back to this verse here. So since the signs are the same, we actually add, and since they're both negative, it's a negative 4. All right, so let's take a look at some examples of some computation problems here. So for the first one, we have negative 16. This is a subtraction problem, so what we're going to do is change it. So in my class, I always refer to keep, change, change, not to be confused with keep, change, flip with division of fractions. So we're going to keep this, change this to addition, and then we're going to change this 15 to a negative 15. It is currently not is currently not negative because it's not within parentheses. So we revert back to our rules of adding. The signs are the same. So we're going to add this and get 31. And since they're both negative, it's a negative answer. All right, same thing here. We'll do keep, change, change. So we keep the first one. It still stays negative 24. We're going to change the subtraction to addition. And since this is actually negative, first time we're seeing this, we're going to change it to a positive. All right, now the signs are different, so we actually will subtract. And since this is a larger number over here, it's going to be a negative result. All right, for this last one here, we will see something where we're combining a lot of different operations now that we're dealing with negatives. We're simply going to go left to right according to order of operations. Adding, subtracting, you can just go left to right. So there is no changing here. We already have an addition sign. So we apply those rules, a positive 9 and a negative 15. That actually gives us a negative 6. We bring down what's left. All right, we see a subtraction here in the middle. So we will do keep, change, change, negative 6 plus negative 6. Signs are the same, so we combine it, 12, and they're both negative, so it's a negative 12. Okay, we're going to look at a real-world application problem here when dealing with subtraction of integers. So let's read through it. It says the record high temperature in New Jersey is 110 degrees Fahrenheit. The record low temperature is negative 34 degrees. What is the difference in these temperatures? So obviously in this lesson we're going to subtract, but let's say that this was on a test and you have all these operations mixed in. It might be hard to figure out if you're actually going to add or subtract here. Well, the key word is difference. We talked about this when we talked about translating words into math. Difference has to be subtraction. So we're going to put the 110 first, minus, all right, you got to be careful that it is negative 34. All right, so we do our keep, change, change, keep, change, change, 110 plus, now this becomes a positive 34. So the difference in temperature is 144 degrees. Okay, so that concludes our video on subtracting integers. I hope that you were able to see that there is a direct correlation with subtracting integers and adding integers, where there's only one step involved. Feel free to download that poster that I provided for you. It's a good trick. Like I said, I'm not going to sing it for you, but just having those lyrics in your head will help out. What becomes difficult is when you're applying, adding and subtracting integers together. There could be confusion with beginners where they're going to do keep, change with addition, which you don't want to do. Okay, so just be careful of that. So I hope you have a great day. I hope this was helpful for you.